Let's take a simple idea and understand why TypeScript is so useful, especially when writing JavaScript. In JavaScript, every value, like a number, a string, a function, or even an object, has certain behaviors. That means we can try different actions on them, and depending on what they are, they might work or they might crash. Let's look at this example. Message.toLowerCase, message. Now you might ask, what is message? Let's say we define it like this. Const message equals hello world. If we run message.toLowerCase, it works perfectly. The result is hello world, all lowercase. But what happens when we try to run message? Boom, we get an error. TypeError, message is not a function. That's because a string can't be called like a function. JavaScript is telling us, hey, you can't do this with that value. This is where types come in. Types tell us what a value can do. Is it something you can call like a function? Does it have certain properties like to lowercase? Will it return something if you run it? In JavaScript, we usually have to remember all these details. We have to think, is this a string? Can I call it? Does it have that method? And sometimes we get it wrong and the program crashes when we run it. Let's take another example. Function fnx return x.flip. Now, if we call fn something, we'd better make sure that something has a method called flip. But JavaScript won't warn us. The only way to know if it works is to run it and see what happens. If it fails at runtime after the code starts running. That makes writing and debugging harder. But with TypeScript, we can say up front, this function expects an object that has a flip method. And if we pass something wrong, TypeScript shows us an error before we run the code. So what's a type? Think of it like a label that tells us what kind of value we're working with and what we're allowed to do with it. A string can be turned to lowercase, a number can be added, a function can be called, an object might have methods or properties. TypeScript lets us write those expectations clearly, so we don't just hope the code works. We know it works before we run it.